Hello everyone, my name is Ramin Shiranzi and today we have with us Hassan Aziz. We will be doing another episode of Know Your Law by Legal. Now, thank you for being with us. One thing that people really want to know about is their rights in criminal law. Now, just quickly, what happens when a person is charged? And
Yeah,
what is the process?
yeah. Thank you for having me, Ramin. Look, what happens when a person is charged is if the police suspects that a person has committed an offence under the Crimes Act or any other act, which is an offence in the state of New South Wales or Australia, they would then contact that person and try to interrogate him or her regarding that offence. If they find that they have enough grounds to charge that person, which is the police, they will charge him and they will then convey him or take him to the police station to finalise the paperwork. If he or she is charged, he will be given a court attendance notice, which has a future date when that person needs to attend court. Now, generally, when a person gets charged, the police reads out the person's rights to him or her. And obviously, anyone who gets charged and is being interviewed by the police has a right to remain silent, which they can practice or stay silent if they wish.
Okay, so just quite briefly, what is the best thing a person should do when they are charged?
Look, the best thing that a person should do when they get charged is, first of all, contact a lawyer. It is important to contact a lawyer because you do not know what's coming next. You might say something that would be against your matter or your case. So it is good to have a lawyer, good to contact a lawyer, ask the police to contact your lawyer and get him to speak to you or her to speak to you. And if you are unable to contact a lawyer, it is better to comply with the police. Of course, you should always comply to their directions, otherwise it can be an offence.
Okay, just going back, you said that on the paper that you receive when you are charged, there is a court date, right? So that pretty much gives you the date that you should attend court. Now, what happens in court and what are the options that that person has?
Yes, so the court attendance notice has a court date that you must attend. When you or your lawyer attends court on that day, you will be given an option to either plead guilty or not guilty to that particular offence. If you choose to plead guilty, the matter will then proceed to sentence. If you plead not guilty, most likely the prosecution or the police will be asked to serve the brief of evidence on the person or the defendant. If that person is then confused as to what they need to do or what they must do, they can request the court for an adjournment, but you have to be careful with adjournments. You need to have a solid reason as to why you need to adjourn the matter. As a rule of thumb, you should consult a lawyer before you go to court, or you should ask a lawyer to represent you in court.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Hassan, for that beautiful explanation, quite elaborate. That today concludes us about your rights in criminal law. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.